Bentornati ragazzi ad una nuova puntata di Spie dal mondo. Sono di nuovo solo, oggi purtroppo Antonino non è ancora riuscito a sbrogliarsi dalla sessione estiva, chiaramente siamo più o meno tutti sulla stessa barca tanto, ma sono qui non da solo, perché con me c'è il mitico... Bala che ci ha parlato tantissimo dell'India, continuerà a parlarci della magnifica cultura, del magnifico paese che è l'India. Se pensate che conta più di 1 miliardo, quasi 1 miliardo, praticamente 1 miliardo e mezzo di persone, e con 800, stavamo discutendo l'ultima volta, 800 lingue, vi rendete conto della portata culturale, che cosa significa? Ci sono tantissime religioni in India, insomma un paese davvero tutto da scoprire. E come farlo meglio se non intervistando direttamente chi conosce l'India di prima mano? Quindi ora di nuovo chiaramente l'intervista sarà in inglese, per cui torniamo all'inglese. And so, my dear Bala, so I was telling our listeners that India is such a wonderful country because it has, I guess right now it's 1.5 billion.
Yeah, we are the most populated in the world.
Yeah, of course. So also geographically speaking is like the third or fourth country by extension.
Yeah.
It contains lots of cultures, lots of religions, lots of languages. We were discussing like the overwhelming number of 780 languages, and food, which is the, you know, we will make 5 all episodes about food. Just kidding. Yeah. But right now, so the last time we left by talking about a bit of the environmental policy of India. And I could not resist but remembering something I heard about India some times ago, because I was watching, some seminar on YouTube, from a very famous scientist, I guess, I don't know if it was, I guess American, but of Chinese origin, doesn't matter actually. And it was held in India, the seminar, and it was about nuclear energy and the prospects of the future, of nuclear energy. And he was mentioning this peculiar character of Indian history, okay, which is this famous scientist called Homi Bhabha. Okay, I had never heard about him, and I guess it's not that famous because it's from the 50s, so I don't expect that you know him in any way. Not. But probably you heard about the prime minister that was
Jawaharlal Nehru.
Exactly. He was the man that, let's say, was politically helping Homi Bhabha to complete his plans, because Homi Bhabha is considered the father of the nuclear program in India. Wow. Okay, in general. And what I found most interesting is that, India, we know that today, together with like also Pakistan, but many other countries, you have a nuclear program. So part of your internal energy is produced via uranium fission, of course. But the idea of Homi Bhabha was completely different. And would ensure in his plans energy independence of India for decades.
Wow.
And I read about it because I was so curious about this. And I don't know if you know that also thorium as an element can be used in nuclear plants. But it's more complicated to handle because it doesn't work as easily as uranium. Okay. But the idea of this scientist, Dr. Bhabha, was a 3 stages plan to ensure for decades the energy independence of India based on different developments level of thorium reactors.
Wow.
And this is because whereas India only has like 1% of the uranium overall world deposits, it contains huge amounts of thorium in the monazite sands. Now you study geology, so you probably know what I'm talking about. In the coastal regions of South India. And so I was very curious about this, and I really wanted to talk about this because
And
what's the idea of Indian people of the nuclear energy?
like these, like, as you mentioned, like the thorium, which are like in the coastal areas, they're gonna keep it like that. They're not gonna use it for now. We are very sure we're not gonna take that thorium out of the mountains. For example, they were like said there is a thorium which is found in my region, but they said like they're gonna destroy some of the plants and all the natural all the naturalists. They did a protest to stop it. So we stopped it. It's not gonna destroy some of the forest territory or something like that.
So you're preserving the local environment to... Okay. This is a wise choice, of course.
Yeah.
But back in the 50s, maybe the priorities were different. So it was really interesting to read about this 3 stages plan for nuclear independency.
Because even I don't know about this scientist like Homi Bhabha. I never heard of him because like...
I mean, again, it's from like more than 70 years ago. So I guess it's not that...
I never heard of him. Trust me, really.
Well, okay, so this was just to conclude a little briefly the parenthesis we opened about the energy and environmental policy in India. So again, I think you have the correct ideas about how to handle environment. If you decide not to destroy the local environment, the ecosystem, just get another energy source. Maybe this is the good part of it, all of this. But right now, I would like to focus on more lighter things, because we talked about geopolitical aspects, socio-economical things and stuff like that. But right now, we are more interested in, as we were mentioning, food, of course. We had the chance to listen already to 2 most popular songs of India. So also this aspect is very interesting to know, because the sad part of living on this side of the world, so far from India, for example, is that everything we think of India is somehow a stereotype. So I mean, Indian music is but of course this is not true. I mean, India is growing so fast, as you mentioned. Also, the 4 years you spent here meant for you to witness huge changes in India. So I guess this is for everyone.
Well, as you mentioned, like the songs like Turk Turk, that was one from the Punjabi. There is a state called Punjab.
Okay.
This is like, these songs are like widely spread around the world.
Exactly.
They're gonna love it.
As well as for like Italians to know pizza and mafia. This is the same thing.
Yeah.
And that's sad, prejudice and stereotypes. Yeah. But in any case, so now let's delve into something more light, as we were mentioning. I'm most interested about holidays, national festivities, traditions. I don't know, what's the maybe we can also focus only on your region, because probably this is what you know the best. Yeah. But I'm most interested about this aspect. What are the traditions?
Like we have like a festival called Ugadi.
Ugadi?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is like a Telugu New Year.
Telugu?
Yeah.
New Year.
Like
Telugu is your language. Yes.
And this is the New Year for my language. Like we fixed the date. And every region, they have the different regional festivals. Like for example, like Pongal. We just say in Tamil Nadu there is a Pongal, and we celebrate as Sankranti, because in the month of January, the farmers bring the rice after 6 months of harvesting, naturally. They bring the rice in the month of January. In this occasion, they produce the rice, and they bring it home. So they celebrate the festival. Like this was coming from the ancient years, but they just say it in a different calling different stories, but this is the actual thing.
Okay.
Yeah. And like for every religion, we get a holiday. For example, in India, we have a lot of holidays. We don't have like Saturday as a holiday. Even the Saturday, there will be universities, colleges are open. Because the main reason is we get holidays, a lot of festivals. Like for example, like a freedom fighter Gandhi Jayanti, his birthday, or like some other freedom fighter's birthday, and like the festivals, the Bakrid, like even the Muslim festivals, like Hindu festivals are.
Oh, this is interesting. So you have holidays for all kinds of festivities for all kinds of religions.
Yeah.
But do you go, because I know you are a Catholic.
Yeah.
Right? And there are not so many Christians in India, right?
Yeah.
And so, for example, do you have to go to school, for example, or university on Sunday?
We don't go to school or university on Sundays. Like Sunday is a break.
Okay,
everyone.
So for everyone.
Everyone, yeah.
Okay, this is
but
interesting.
Only like we work from Monday to Saturday, and of course in month for sure you will get a holiday. Some festival will be coming up, like naming Vinayak Chavithi, for example, or like Hanuman Jayanti, or like different gods, like from Hindu, or like different religious one. Like for example, Guru Nanak Jayanti from Sikh. It's a different type of religion. You can find more in Punjab, like the people.
The people with
the band on their head. Yeah, so these are the different types of festival.
This is cool. And for example, religions. Talking about religions, I was reading about the history of India, as I mentioned, and what I found most interesting is the fact that so many different religions merged into one single country.
Yeah.
So naturally, like whereas. Like in Western history, you mostly find like violent intermissions and violent attempts to take control and stuff like that. Even during the Islam period, in India, sultans were very were very powerful, but really didn't care about converting all the people. So this I found this very interesting, because in India, essentially you have some Muslims,
Hindus,
Christians, Buddhists, Jainism, yeah, exactly. And
Buddhism.
I found out something cool about Jainism. Like the symbol is the swastika, but on the flip side, like
exactly. Like you can find it on like Nazism, like during the Hitler period, like with that thing.
But it was reversed.
So
like changing the meaning, and this was interesting because I was like reading and like Jainism with the swastika. I was like, wait. What?
Yeah, and also there is Sikh, like as we mentioned.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, and these are the different kind of tradition. We all merge together with like we just live their own lives, like we just don't care about, okay, you're from Muslim, okay, nice. Even I have very good friends from Muslim, Hindu, and all, like Christians. Like I met like few of the Punjabi guys, even they were so friendly, like meeting our own people, like we feel like one togetherness, like diverse.
Yeah, this was what I'm most interested about. Like, despite being so heterogeneous, do you all feel Indian in the first place?
Yeah, of course, we feel Indian. Like our religions are like our men. Even like if you ask like a Muslim guy, he say, I'm not some other country's Muslim. He say, I'm Indian Muslim. I belong to India, not to some other country.
This is wonderful. Because, for example, I've had the chance to talk with many Spanish guys, for example. And also Spain is a very scattered country full of regions. And people there would say, mostly like, okay, first I'm from this city and I feel from this city. So for example, Valencian. Then I would feel from this region, and only in the end I would say, okay, yes, and I'm a Spanish guy overall. While in India, the nationalism is much stronger. Probably is also connected to your history. And about history, this is one question I've always asked to everybody, because I found it so interesting. Because from our point of view, it's the answer can sometimes be trivial, but actually knowing them from the local people, it's very interesting. So what would you say is the most important moment in Indian history, in your opinion?
Maybe during the time like Jawaharlal Nehru, he gave Jammu and Kashmir for the, as I mentioned, like the whole place, like Jammu, this part of the Kashmir, it doesn't belong to neither Pakistanis or Indians. Actually, it was like the Pakistan was divided from India.
Okay.
And this was the part, also Jammu and Kashmir was with India. But these people of Pakistan, they just want also the part of Kashmir. But we don't want to leave the Kashmir. And we love Kashmir,
So this happened when?
Back in 1947, 1948, during getting the freedom.
Okay, so yeah, they were the years in which then Mahatma Gandhi started the Pacific Revolution, and we all know the story. So this is interesting. So the controversy about the Kashmir region is something I will focus on maybe in my research.
Yeah, sure.
So, Bala, we spoke about religions, we spoke about different also languages, and I would like to test you right now.
Sure.
Okay, so now is time in which you get evaluated. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
There will be no credits attributed to this, unfortunately. But I'm very curious about the sounds of your language. Okay, you said your mother tongue is Telugu.
Yeah, exactly.
Telugu from the region of
Telangana.
Telangana, of course, in the southern part of India.
Yeah.
And I'm really curious. Like, do you have a hymn, national hymn, or regional saying, motto, or something like that you can tell us just to to feel the sound of your language?
Well, I don't actually have a motto. I mean, we don't have any motto or something, like depending on the region one, and depending upon the parties, the politicians, they just say Jai Telangana.
Jai Telangana.
Yeah, just like hailing Telangana.
Okay. Yeah. And I don't know. Can you I don't know, just say something, maybe a short story, something that your grandmas would tell you in the night in your mother tongue. Just I would like to take the sounds of your language. I'm really interested about listening to you while speaking.
Well, I don't know about the grandmas, the stories. It will be so long. It will take so long. But well, I'm gonna teach you some of the basic things which you use mostly in our regional Telangana.
I'm ready.
Okay.
So now the test is on me.
No, not really. It's so easy. Just we join both our hands together.
Okay.
And we just say Andarki Namaskaram.
Oh my God. Andarki Namaskara.
Means hi all. And we say or Namaskaram in Telugu.
Or Namaskara.
Namaskaram.
Okay, I'm never gonna do this.
No, it's easy. But we do it when you meet an elderly person.
Okay, so it's a form of respect.
Yeah, exactly. Paying your respect to the high elderly person in India. We do it for all the people, whoever elder, we just do that. So.
I'm asking you this because I remember one time you told me something about your language, and I was so curious about this. You told me that in India, Telugu is called the
East of the Italian.
Exactly, the East of the Italian. So I was so interested about this because, in effect, it has very open sounds, many vowels, so it's very clean sound.
Exactly.
So I don't know, can you say a sentence or a little phrase just to get the sound of it?
Yeah. Andarki Namaskaram. Andaru bagunnara? Ela unnaru? So these are the things which I asked. I just spoke how are you all?
Okay. So
good?
General.
So it's just general one, and I don't know what to speak at the moment.
Yeah, no, this is usually the most difficult part. Yeah. Well,
if you give me something to speak the sentence or something, then I can.
You can say something like, "I'm here at the web radio from University of Camerino.
Okay.
We are having so much fun and hope you all enjoy this interview." I don't know, something like that.
నేను ఇప్పుడు ప్రస్తుతం వెబ్ రేడియో యూనికామ్లో ఉన్నాను. నాకు తెలిసి మీరందరూ